just outside asking if all of us are married or single. That's a clue as to who the next speaker is. Any guesses? Mr. Murugavel is in the room and from bharatmatrimony.com, and we will be starting in just a couple of minutes. We're just inviting the members outside in, and then we'll get started. Thank you, Mr. Murugavel, for joining us today. Give us 2 minutes, sir, and we'll get started. Yes. Person who doesn't need much introduction. Mr. Murugavel Janakiraman is the founder CEO of Matrimony.com Limited, an India internet business, which was ranked among the Deloitte Technology Fast 50 companies in India, 2011, 2009, 2008. And other online businesses include Elite Matrimony, Assisted Matrimony, and other commercial websites. Mr. Murugavel graduated in statistics from Madras University, completed his MCA from the Madras University. While working as a programmer in New Jersey, USA, Mr. Murugavel started a community portal in 1997. In 2000, he founded this website, bharatmatrimony.com, and we are here to listen to him on his story. May I request Bhavya Menon to welcome Mr. Murugavel with a bouquet? Sir, if you can join us on the stage. Yes. Yes. Thank you. You pushed it. It's okay. I think she just. We are good.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause, please? Well, they say marriages are made in heaven and at matrimony.com. So here we are. Yes, sir. So there we have, is it a, it's a keynote, sir. So you, whenever you are ready.
Okay, happy evening. So I have been told to speak on these 3 points, so I'm going to stay within these 3 points. One is that on diversifications. Okay, the second one is how we leverage the inflection points during 2 decades of our journey. Third is about consumer funding versus VC funding. So I was being told to speak on this subject. Let me talk about on diversification. On diversification, I'm going to speak about this thing, when, where, and how. Okay? The first and foremost, a business should ask the question, is a business at what stage? The business should have 3 characteristics. One is, it should be sustainable. The second one is, it should be profitable. Third one is, it should be defensible. By the way, how much time I have? Sorry, I just want to... 20 minutes, okay. Okay. So it's important that business should have these 3 characteristics. If you are running a business, it should be sustainable, profitable, and also defensible. Because not after you are running a profitable business, tomorrow someone comes and enters into the category. If you are not able to defend it, then you lost the business. So you ask this question, and also depends on the nature of the business or industry that you are operating. What I mean by that, nature of the business or nature of the industry? What is the outlook for the industry 10 years from now? I'm reminded of a point from Jeff Bezos, rounds of funding. Then the business started growing. Then 2008, there was a second inflection point which you leverage. That was, the Lehman Brothers crisis that happened in 2008. The people predicted it's going to be worse than the double recession. All those predictions happened. And obviously, our board was very concerned because that point of time, beyond matrimony, we are running various other verticals, property vertical, automobile vertical, job portal, classified portals. The board told us, okay, guys, look at the outlook. The outlook for the world is completely uncertain. It's going to be a very long recession. You can't be running too many verticals with a limited capital. So you need to decide and focus on few verticals. So I decided to focus on our core category, matrimony. We had one more business, property business, which we sold off. Then decided to focus on matrimony. That led to a lot of innovation in the matrimony. Till that time, you are running a Bharat matrimony, Tamil matrimony, all these language-based matrimony sites. Post that after the crisis, when decided to focus on the core category, that's when we expanded into 200 plus community matrimony site. Today, we have a site for every community, be it IR matrimony, Mudaliyar, Konguvelar. I need to talk about context, a lot of Konguvelar and Coimbatore, Patel, Agarwal, Mudaliyar. You have doctors matrimony, techie matrimony, defense matrimony, divorcee matrimony. So we launched all these hundreds of matrimony sites. Then you have an elite matrimony for rich and affluent. Then, so all this expansion happened. So within the core category of matchmaking, then we had a good growth. That was 2008. Our company started growing very well. We have become a strong market leader. Then 2020, the recent one, you know, that COVID crisis that happened. So COVID crisis, we leverage a strategy called offensive and defensive strategy. What is the offensive strategy? The offensive strategy was invest where it matters. Defensive strategy was save where it is possible. Because doing these kind of situations, many things are amenable. During the COVID time, and people are obviously, you know, kind of concerned about their job, and you know, there are structural advantages that happened during the time. Also, the digital adoption was very, very strong. Using those opportunity, we pushed largely on the digital. In fact, one point in time, we used to have almost 200 plus collection executives. And during COVID time, when digital adoption happened strongly, so we decided not to have this collection executive. Like that, we leverage that environment to become efficient. And what are the money you are able to save? You put the money back into the business, and we had grown the business. So like that, the inflection point, but largely it was external driven. Be it a 2000 dot-com bubble bust, 2008 Lehman Brothers crisis, or 2020 COVID crisis. The recent one is ChatGPT and AI. We don't know. So we are now looking at how to leverage these AI or ChatGPT kind of things. You look at, can you become much more efficient? Or, you know, we recently, I don't know, I didn't get her name. She was talking about recently launched one campaign also, AI, Aditya Iyer, during Valentine's Day. That is an AI created character, okay? And that character created a lot of interest. The girls want to get married to the Aditya Iyer. It's a fictional character what we created, okay? And fictional character able to present so well. And people thought that Aditya Iyer was a perfect guy to date. It was fictional character created by even the picture, content, everything was technology driven. So we need to figure it out, because this is the disruption that's happening, okay? But having said that, we also need to look into these organizations rather than waiting for the external induced these inflection points. Today's organizations, we are at a certain scale and size, at a strong leadership. We are pushing our growth agendas. Yes, while we continue to leverage this kind of inflection points that happens, crises are it's good opportunity to leverage. So we definitely assume we are definitely looking at the way internally that we should be pushing our growth strongly internally rather than waiting for things. We are at that comfortable stage or strong stage. We are a strong leadership team. So this is about how we leverage inflection points. Finally, want to talk about funding, whether the customer funding vis-a-vis venture funding. See, it's better to have a customer funding the business. Okay, that's the best situation you can be in. Okay, and we've seen in India, there are so many companies, large companies were created completely funded by customer, be it a Zerodha, be it a Zogo. There are many companies, they are making thousands of crore profit, they did not even raise external capital. But it also depends on the category. There are category requires a large capital. We can't be simply say, no, I completely focus only on customer funding. Then you're not able to effectively compete against other players, because cash is one of the strong weapon that you can have. Because some category, if you don't have sufficient cash, we can't able to effectively fight against other players. Because I've seen the cases where when VCs are funding not to make the company successful, they're putting more money than required money so that to kill the other business. They're basically not putting money to create. There are times they put much more capital than what required to kill the other people. So I've seen these kind of things happening. So we cannot take that, not raising money as a thing. We should not be ignoring that. It again depends on the category, depends on the industry. As I said, some category requires a large capital, some industry requires, you need to have the sufficient firepower. So it depends on the business or industry you are operating with. But if you're able to run your business with your customer money, I think that's a fantastic situation that you can be in, because we never know when investors change their favor. Suddenly, look at US, one category goes down. Suddenly, the Indian valuation goes down. So one company, US, Uber goes public, $80 billion, India, everything goes up. Uber goes down, Indian valuation goes up. Suddenly during COVID time, tech companies are in favor. Suddenly post-COVID, okay, basically the loss is driven by the external situation rather than the strength of the organization. So if you are your own strength, own advantages, then you can be in a, you can decide how do you want to run a business and operate. So ideally, it's better to run a business with your customer money. That's a great business to be in. I do understand it may not be possible in all the businesses. It doesn't matter whether running a business with the customer money or VC money, but all the more important whether you're running a successful business or not. Okay? Just once again recap. We talk about diversification. It's important, diversification. I also talk about, and with the diversification, you can take away this point. Like how family should have the perpetuity, organization should have the perpetuity. How the organization should have perpetuity, like family should have these three type of people. Family should have matured adult. The matured adults are the one bringing money for the family. Through that money, only family is running. So if they assume that you have only matured adults in the family, after some point of the matured adult can old, then the family can run out of business. The family should have matured adults. Family should have teens. The teens tomorrow can become adult. They can start making money. The family should also have babies. So every year I was try to create couple of babies. Okay, the couple of babies you try to create. Some other babies may not be healthy. That means what? You have to kill that baby. Sorry to use the word. I'm just business analogy. You understand? If you are trying to incubate business, is some other business not becoming successful, don't be so sentimental. Be attached, detached with the business. It's not working out, close the business. Put the money into the baby which are healthy, growing baby. Put the money so the healthy baby can become a teen, then teen can become an adult. So the organization should have three type of business. Who are the matured adults in your organization? Who are the teens in your organization? Who are the babies in your organization? If you don't have these three type of business in organization, basically, you are putting all the risk into just one bucket or couple of things. So as I tell, no company can take the success for granted today because today technology changes are not disturbance or disruption. It can also be destruction. So it's important that we need to do these things. So to look at whether you're matured adults, teens, or babies. So either can mature if you're not able to come create a babies. Okay, adopt babies. Do programmatic M&A. Okay, or invest in startup in your area. Okay, understand, some people cannot have babies, so you have to either adopt a baby. Okay, that's acceptable. As long as you have babies in your family is good. Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity.
This is wonderful. Thank you so much, sir. We had requested that there's too much of experience that he could share, so if you can talk about these 3 points. And he was like delivered to the T. Thank you so much, Mr. Murugavel. And I'll take the liberty of asking the first question before we hand it over to the audience.
Thank you.
Please have a seat, sir. So my question is around branding. When you have so many products, the plethora of products you have, how do you actually consistently have the positioning and the branding communicated to your target audience? That's one. And that's the serious question. The other question is your individual branding. You look like the youngest among all our speakers, the way you're dressed and the way your t-shirt, sneakers and everything. Tell us a little bit more about that style, that get-up as well.
Okay. So branding is definitely important. It's all the more important for the consumer internet company. If we look at, there are 4 characteristics of monopoly company. Okay, there are 4 characters. One is the branding. Second is the superior tech. Third is the network effect. So fourth is the economics of scale. As a company, you have the branding, network effect, and economies of scales. Probably you need to work on the superior tech, then you become monopoly company. Okay, so we worked on the branding because considering that the nature of the business, and thankfully we were able to create a category like matrimony. It has become a synonymous with online matchmaking. So you are a pioneer, and so thankfully we got the domain name matrimony, which resonates with the category. And we went after regionally based matrimony sites. There is a story behind it, I believe. Yeah. So because since running a Tamil site, I launched Tamil matrimony, then Telugu matrimony, that's why the Bharat matrimony happened. So we invested a lot on the branding side because even today we invest almost 160 crore per year on marketing. And I'm a brand ambassador myself because I got married through Bharat matrimony. So that I leverage it also. And I'm sure millions of people got married through matrimony. So we work on. We have a good team, marketing team, and our campaigns on the lines of how to make marriages happier and successful. Because we are driven by the purpose. The purpose of matrimony.com is to build a better Bharat happy marriages. It was given by my Guru Mahatriya. The future of the country depends on its citizens. A good citizen come out of good parenting passes in happy marriage, and matrimony.com should be the gateway to happy marriage. So, and put it simply, creating a better Bharat through happy marriages is the purpose of, that's a vision of matrimony.com. So, largely driven by the thought process of how to make marriages happier and successful. So, many of our campaigns towards that one. It's not about for us running this business. It's important to make the marriage happier, help people to find the right life partner, and help them stay happy married life. So, a lot of things revolves around it. And we have good marketing teams, so that's one of the areas I'm also passionate about it. So branding is very, very important. We cannot ignore the fact that. And personal branding, I think Conclave worked on personal brand. I'm a very simple person. I come from a very humble background. So till the age of 23, I did not have electricity at home. I did not know what I'm doing. So it's so life has twists and turns, and I'm what I'm today. I'm a very simple person, and driven by the purpose, want to make a difference, want to build a legacy. So I don't look at Conclave to any branding and all. I thought I just went to Sri Lanka, we are for offsite 3 days. I took some t-shirt and shirt. I thought of wearing one shirt, then since I was wearing the whole day, I changed with t-shirt and come. It's just nothing, not focus, anything like that, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, any questions from the audience, please? Anyone looking to get married?
Definitely, anyone looking at marriage, it's matrimony.com group brand.
Anyone with any questions? So while questions are coming up and everyone is thinking of questions, I remember this movie Namaste London, and this is where Bharat Matrimony kind of stuck with me. So do we find these kind of people, if I go looking out for a guy, like, how Katrina went on and they found all these different kind of people who were there who was trying to do this matchmaking. So Bharat Matrimony will find me a right guy, or it will match me, or I'll have to really jump from one to the other, which will be interesting.
No, I think we I hope I got a question right. Matrimony definitely help you to find a life partner. So no, we have various services. You have elite matrimony or assisted matchmaking service or online matchmaking. So you have the different kind of product. Definitely can be able to help you find. I'm sure you'll find a right life partner.
I'll find a right guy, especially with the speed dating catching up. Do you think it poses a threat to the original or the traditional sites?
No, actually dating is, first of all, is not our culture. Yeah. So dating something, it's a global failure. 50% divorce rate in the US, 80% divorce rate in Spain. Because people are all the time trying to explore. They are trying to find the best one, thinking that problem lies with them. People need to be, love is a giving emotion. That's a recent learning I got from my spiritual mother. So people are trying to find the perfect life partner, trying to date, okay. And the mistake actually should be, the change should be the other side, that love is a giving emotion. You should be given the relationship. Dating is more exploratory. Yeah. Trying to figure out, because recently one girl from US came, was talking to her how the dating works in the US. So I live in the US for 9 years. Is it okay for people? Yeah, girls can date 2-3 boys at the same time, or guys can do that also. India, we don't do that. Yeah. When love in person, they have love in person. Doesn't work out, go to other person. So dating something is not Indian culture. Okay, love is fine. You fall in love, get married, okay. But dating is a misplaced word. So in India, people don't understand. Again, it's a very small category. Yeah. Matrimony is something strong, true, deep into our culture, works very well, and so.
I agree. When I'm not in the mood to marry, I'll probably jump to the other side. Once I'm ready, Bharat Matrimony works for me. Okay, that's how it works. Anyone with any questions on the model or anything, if you have? I believe there's some question from the end. Is there? Yes.
No, I think you partially answered it with this dating point, but still I would ask you, when you were exploring adjacencies for your business, you would this is me. Yeah. When you were exploring adjacencies for your business, I'm sure you would have explored adjacencies where you get more customer engagement. Just looking at it from purely a business standpoint, right? You're an internet company, so you were talking about economies of scale. So you want more touch points. So at any point, did you consider the likes of Tinder, Bumble for Indianized version? Not exactly the same way, but an Indianized version. And how did you take the decisions? Did you go forward, experiment, or did you not even experiment?
No, we did try. 10 years ago, a product called Matchify. We tried and realized that dating is a category sort of frivolous and used by a very younger age group. People use for different reasons. We just want to experiment and all that. Even tomorrow we do in this category, we'll do it differently and completely sort of Indianized, and it won't be the what you see in the US dating and all that. Again, if at all you do that, yes, we did try. We realized that it's a category doesn't have a large market opportunity. But tomorrow, the thing changes. Yeah, we may adapt it. We may look at different versions of it. We may do that, keeping our purpose in mind. Help people to find the right life partner. So we may do that.
Okay, so there we have. There are a lot of different views about the whole dating thing and the choice about finding a lifelong partner. But yes, you just need to go to the right portals depending on what you're searching for, of course. Anyone else? Anyone with any questions? Or we can bring this session to an end? I believe Sir Bharat Matrimony already has all the answers, so one doesn't need to go searching. Here we go. Can we have a huge round of applause for Sir, please? And can I request Jay to kindly present Jairam to kindly present a memento right here.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity to be a speaker at the EO. I have a lot of my good friends, even Chandra's here. A lot of my good friends are EO members, and it's a privilege and honor to speak at EO even. Thank you.
It's an honor to have you here. Huge round of applause for Murugavel Janaki Raman. Thank you very much. And with that, I think we are almost coming to the end of the day. Almost. It's not completely the end. I will request Bhavya Menon here on stage, Transit Committee member, to talk about the Transit experience. I believe she has a couple of announcements to make. Can we hear it for her, please? Bhavya Menon.
Hello, guests from other chapters and members of EO Coimbatore. Good evening. So tomorrow we have a day packed for you, the details of which will be posted in the respective groups. However, I'll just give you a brief. We will be having a food and heritage tour which will start at 9:30, and the starting point is here at Taj. We should be back on time. 11:30 is for poker. I'm sorry, is that 11? Yeah, 11 is for poker, and the trip to Isha will again start at 1:30. So all of these starting points are at Taj. These details will be posted in your group for your perusal. This is just a heads up for it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Over to Suraj.
Thank you. Already announced. So Suraj Shantakumar, Chair, Learning, EO Coimbatore. Can I invite him right here? Well, it's been a great day of learning, and I think it will be the best way to bring this entire day to an end. With Suraj here, please. You did absolutely brilliant with that applause. Can we keep that going, please? Thank
you. At the outset, I would like to congratulate everyone in the audience on finishing this day strong. When we were conceptualizing this event of Conclave, I think keeping in mind the purpose and the ambition of EO, which we are all aware of, I'm sure, right? Yes. Raj, what's the purpose and ambition of EO? So we wanted to make this conclave a platform where we bring in a galaxy of experts, thought leaders, and people that will enable us to gain new perspectives, which will shape the way we think and the way we view our unique situations. I would like to thank all the galaxy of speakers and all the moderators for taking your time out and joining us today to address the gathering. I'd also like to thank Sanjay, our regional director, for making the trip down to Coimbatore, your first visit to Coimbatore. Thank you so much. The members from out of town who have again taken the time out to come to Coimbatore for the event, I hope you had a good time today and a lot more ahead. Our sponsors, Neo Wealth, Zimson, and Axis Burgundy, for your support. Our members and spouses for your participation today. The Transcend Committee, led by Sid and Raj. Guys, this Transcend has been one hell of a journey. Congrats to Raj and Sid for leading it up. And supported ably by our executive team, Sam and Harita. So, just a few more words and then we'll get to the party. So, on a lighter note, Sanjay, I think you are now taking over in Global as the Change EO Chair for Thriving Chapters. And I'm sure once you take it over, you will institute a Thriving Chapter Award as well. And I would like to also congratulate you that on this trip, you have finalized that award as well. So with those words, we will get to the full moon party, which is upstairs on the Cosmos lawn, which is, I think, the first floor or second floor. Second floor. Thank you, everyone. Looking forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that applause as well. Well, they say there are many ways to be free. One of them is to transcend reality by imagination. So please keep discovering, experiencing, exploring, and exceeding. This is your MC for the day, Sanchali Arora, signing off. Wishing you a great time at the full moon party. Let's play poker. Let's bring in some spirituality, get married, Bharat matrimony. And of course, we have diamonds in the house. We have the lawyers, the best of lawyers to take care that the marriage doesn't break. And we have some funding coming on for anyone who wants, is looking forward to that. Anyone I'm missing out, I'm sorry for that. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for all of you. Thank you for making this conclave a huge success. Couldn't have done this without you. Give it up for yourselves, please. Thank you. And a chair for my co-host, Jay, please, who keeps helping out and keeps making sure that everything, including the chat GPT, runs smoothly. JGPT, yeah, there it is, coming only from Jay. That is what it is. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for joining us here.